We keep it respectful. Fucking sorry. You dumb motherfucker.
Fuck these kids.
Fuck them kids. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk Real. I'm your host, Knowledge. Today we got two special guests for y'all. We got my brother from a motherfucking another, Cam, the ghost, the God. And we got the special God, Buddha, because we're in the building. We got a real special episode for y'all today. So please stay tuned. Hope y'all like what y'all hear. Hope y'all like what y'all see. And if you don't,
fuck you.
It's real. You want to keep living that fucking mediocre ass life you live to turn us off. It's cool. It's cool. So, go back to baddies in the South.
Jumping right into it.
Bad Girls Club.
What's up with y'all fellas? How life treating y'all?
Life treating me good, man. Real good around here. Yeah, right now.
Good. One day at a time, man. One day at a time.
But truthfully speaking, if you ask me 6 months from now, I'll be like, it's okay. And six months from then, I'll be telling you, yo, it's bad. Because that's how life is. It's cycle.
Cycle. It's waves.
Roller coaster.
That's why we see motherfuckers acting like they up all the time. Like, just poke that nigga real quick, because he's not real. Like,
he's lying.
Poke
fucking lying.
Wake him all the way up.
Fucking inflatable lying.
When a motherfucker asks me how I am, I'm like, black in America.
Yeah. I mean, explains it. Black in America.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like a motherfucker.
Explain it. Because 1 minute you up. That's how it works.
You up. You enjoy while you up.
Then you listen to old slow songs in your fucking car ready to kill yourself. So, you know, it happens.
Yo, funny as hell, right? Not even to switch topics, right? The other day I was telling Cam, he was building on the phone. I seen a clip. It was like a 15-minute clip. It was an interview from 1973. Okay. And they was talking about the no man in the house rule with welfare.
Yeah.
How they were paying women, and part of the benefits of getting benefits, welfare benefits from the state and shit like that, there could be no man in the house.
Oh, it was more than that.
Tell us.
They offering education programs if you ain't have a man in the house. You can get a car if you ain't have a man in the house, on top of your tax incentives. So you gotta remember, like, see, it's easy to fool young people because you ain't been here that long. And that's one of the things that they pushed it subtly through your music to get you to not want to hear shit that old people got to say. There's a reason for that. It's like, it's the same reason why they don't want you to ask your coworkers how much money they make, because it's rude. Nah, it's nigga. It's because if I find out how much everybody else make, I find out how much you short me.
Exactly.
Right? So what we want to do is, all you got to do is go back a little bit and start looking and asking questions. Now, your mama ain't going to tell you this. Your mama ain't going to say, yo, I sold us down the fucking river. I knew when I got pregnant with this motherfucker that the moment we had more than 3 fucking arguments, I was out, because I didn't really care about a family. I wasn't raised with one. I don't value one. Right? So she's not going to tell you that. She's not going to tell you, oh, yeah, your daddy's some nigga with a ponytail I met on South Street. Now she's going to be like, he ain't want me.
I let him hit it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know the nigga name.
I ain't know about. All I know is he had a black SC400, and I was with that.
Yeah.
We was at the plat. My girl thought I would look cool in it. So,
but they look down. They look down at these little young bitches, though.
Well,
that's fucking all crazy with OnlyFans and everything.
No, they don't really look down at them. They look down on them for you. So you don't think that's what they are.
Yeah.
Because understand, the average 40-year-old is watching content made for 22-year-olds and being influenced by it. So
exactly.
Don't let these bitches lie. And I'm here to be the lie detector. Like, I dare your bitch to come out her face and say anything to me that's stupid. See, I'm not one of these motherfuckers. I don't watch TV. I don't think all you motherfuckers are empowered. I don't think you're all the fucking goddesses you claim to be. I believe you're whores with goddess abilities, and you confused the two. So now you think your whore abilities are your goddess abilities. Your ability to fuck a bunch of niggas or talk to a bunch of niggas. That makes you a goddess in your eyes.
And then you got these bitches putting spells on niggas, looking at YouTube videos.
It don't matter, because you got to believe in that shit anyway, and these hoes don't believe in nothing.
And it's funny, I seen another clip.
Believe in the bag.
I seen another clip recently. It's like they had a podcast and shit, and it was like 2-3 boys in the room, and it's like 10 chicks, and they all do like OnlyFans and shit. They like models, all makeup and shit.
Call them bitches what it is. You got plastic body, you got caked them on makeup, you got wigs, and you're a fucking tranny. That's what you are. And that's why these niggas is out here fucking trannies. At least the trannies is fucking feminine, right? At least the trannies actually act like women. These bitches act like niggas.
Yo.
Then you be losing your man because he feel like you gay in the crib with a bitch that don't kiss him. Like you, these bitches is crazy.
Yeah.
So
bitches is crazy.
He asks all these women.
Give a bitch some roses, you like a faggot.
He asks,
turn into a sucker nigga.
He asks all these women to rate themselves. Of course, they all was 9s and 10s. Of course. And then, he asked them some shit about valuing themselves. Then he was like,
"What was that answer?"
Oh my, very interesting.
I'm sure.
But one chick specifically, she was talking about, you know, how she's the prize, how I think at that time or in a certain time span, she let 50 guys hit, right? The count was 50.
There's so much to say about that.
So one boy pointed out, he was like, you don't see the issue there? 50 guys hit, and not one of them said they want to keep you or gave you the ring.
Want to wife you,
The whole room was quiet. He was like, now, you women, y'all hold the keys to sex. Respectfully, y'all hold the keys to sex. There's no sex unless y'all let us. Respectfully. But men, we hold the key to a relationship. We hold the key to marriage.
Even the sex thing is kind of questionable because bitches will they'll want you to take the pussy and not rape them, but they'll want to feel like how they say, like they want to feel like they're sexy. The only way to do that is to kind of
strong arm
the pussy. Yeah, to strong arm the pussy. So you got to decide in your head, damn, am I raping this bitch or not? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, these bitches so confused.
It sounds crazy, but you know what I'm talking about.
We are not against any abuse against women. We are not against rape. We're totally against that.
But I also ain't for calling shit that ain't abuse either.
Yeah.
Not here for that.
If it quacks,
bitches like get pissed on and all types of shit.
Well, because my thing is this. Like, and this is a thing that we need to address as black men first off. When the whole race of your people, and when I say whole, understand I'm not ignorant. Nothing's 100%, right? But when the majority of your people are coming from an ego-driven place, and that's what these women are doing. Because right now, there's no such thing as a woman can do anything wrong. I seen a fucking thing that said that a man can be charged with sexual assault if a bitch get drunk and he have sex with her. So wait a minute. So we both be at the bar getting drunk. Because that's literally the whole reason for a bar. But you get to say in the morning, I ain't want to do that.
Yeah. Somebody makes her feel like a whore, like, oh.
But at the same time, this is the thing that makes them feel empowered to be able to go out here and have sex when you want. But see, this is how you know that shit don't hold up. Because the shame you feel afterwards is what make you call the police. But you're empowered. Why you feel shameful? Why you lie about your body count? Since you're empowered. Since it don't got no real effect on it, then tell the nigga that just met you tonight that you're impressed with, yeah, I fucked 100 niggas in the last 3 years. Tell him that. Tell this nigga since it don't matter. Feel me? Because he's going to find out anyway. And then later on, when that nigga feel like you lied about every fucking thing, because bitches got this real crazy thing where they can lie about everything, but a man can't lie about shit. So you got to be accountable, right? So then when he finds out, right, because it never takes long, run into somebody don't like you, bitch. I don't care how bad you is. Whole reason why you with this nigga right here is because a bunch of niggas didn't like you. But see, we don't. So we gonna keep acting like
whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you meet a bitch after 40 and she anything above a 4, that bitch is screwed on the inside. Because there is motherfuckers that will marry you just because you pretty. So if you still single after 40 and you attractive, run from that bitch. I'm telling you right. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck if your mom. Run from that bitch. She is fucked. And don't let me get past this last point. I don't want to hear shit from you, none of you whores, about how it ain't no good niggas left. It's 1,000 of them, and you turn them down every day for shit like he don't dress right. Oh, he boring. You know, I can't be without boring, nigga. Bitch, you in your house every night watching TV. What's more boring than that?
I don't like his hairline.
Some will go as far as to say he's even too nice.
That's because they don't have a brain that they own. Let me show you something. I remember when I first had kids, motherfuckers used to laugh and be like, yo, which one of your kids you think gonna test you first? I was like, damn. Why don't everybody just assume that's going to be a thing? Now here I am working on my fifth child, 8. Not only have I had none of my kids fucking test me, I don't even know what that means. Not only have I never had them test me, but my kids have always chosen me over the streets on purpose. Because nigga, when I was broke, I pull up my last $50. Yo, let's go. And I never told them where I was going. They knew that whatever the fuck I was offering was better than what the fuck these niggas were offering. So you take that kind of priority in anything, it's going to fucking succeed. Period. There's no way. So understand that in a relationship, when I hear a bitch say, my nigga cheated on me, first thing I say is, how long was y'all together? Was he cheating from day one? Oh, he wasn't cheating from day one? Would you stop fucking? See, bitches don't never tell that part. They'll never tell the part because I'm such a fake bitch and I'm somebody different around everybody. It's really exhausting. So by the time I get home to my man, I don't got time for him. I've had 50 different masks on today. Right? I'm the bitch I was at work. I'm the bitch I'm around my mom. I'm the bitch I am when I'm around my ratchet friends. I'm the bitch I am when I'm on the phone talking to motherfuckers. I'm the bitch that talks to the bill collector. And then when I get home, I'm so fucking tired from being a fake motherfucker all day long. I just want to get this fake ass shit off my face and go to bed. And I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. Because, again, I'm raised with a man in the house. I don't know that my mom had to reserve some extra energy to come home with fake smiles and laughs for our family. No, you give all that shit out during the day. You're laughing with your coworkers you don't like. Right? And then you come home with all this passive aggressive energy for your nigga. Oh, I see the trash ain't out today. I don't know, bitch. I just cooked dinner. Maybe that's why the trash ain't out. Maybe because I had to beat my dick before you came home because I knew I wasn't getting sex tonight. Oh, that's right. Oh, but I cheated on you. See, I consider cheating like snitching, right? You gotta be engaged in something to snitch. Yeah. Right? Other than that, you a civilian doing a fucking job. I pay taxes. I'ma tell, nigga. What's wrong with you? Same thing. If I'm in the crib asking you for pussy and you telling me no, I ain't cheat on you, bitch. You gave me to someone. Period. I don't care. See, when you my woman, stop watching TV, you dumb motherfuckers. When you my woman, this ain't TV. There ain't no I'm mad at you, so you ain't getting no pussy. Because bitches be mad for a long time. Yes. What if you want them depressed, bitches be mad for weeks? This nigga supposed to go without his carnal needs being met. Meanwhile, you want him to do all the extra boyfriend shit. Listen to your dumbass stories. Talk to you about God knows fucking what you probably lying about.
Fake laugh.
All this bullshit he got to do for the next couple weeks, so you decide to give him some pussy for what? Mind you, it's a pussy a lot of people had. That's another thing y'all need to know. You're not special. The way you throw the pussy is not special. By the time you hit my age, I've had every bitch's boomerang pussy. I mean, y'all gotta stop watching television. The power's not in your pussy. That's what I'm gonna say. That's first off.
And YouTube too.
And the world is too accessible, and too many bitches live off attention for currency. Bitches will fuck niggas that they don't want to fuck just to keep attention that they don't really need. So no one needs pussy anymore like that. Like, it's still crazy to me when I hear about somebody raping somebody. Like, oh, he just like to rape bitches because pussy is everywhere.
There's definitely something.
So
it's too much
little chubby joint, that Wawa shot right that you've been pushing, ignoring. There's pussy everywhere. You really want it.
I'm gonna say this. It's like, I forget what the number is. So if I'm a little wrong, just Google everything I say. Fuck it, you'll find out how close I am. It's something like 70. A high 70% of the motherfucking marriages, the divorces, are filed by women. So what is that telling you? These bitches ain't loyal. The men are in these bad predicaments too, but they not leaving.
Right? Niggas will stick
to it. The women are the ones that leave them. Why? Because the women is the ones who set the tone for the marriage. Next time you in your crib, ask yourself, do my house look like a fucking office? Is it full of hardwood floors and furniture and no fucking pictures on the wall family? This the bitch you chose though. That knows nothing about being a woman in the house. She think being a woman in the house is being a competition with a man. She think being a woman in the house, mind you, like I said, no pictures on the wall. Y'all get pictures every year. Your kids don't even put them up. Bitches that love their image. I am terrified of bitches that's perfectly put together every time I see them. Your baby hair just right. Your motherfucking lashes just right. That mean you live for the world, bro. That mean you living for everybody else's fucking attention and validation. See, y'all don't see it like that. Right. Y'all let these bitches tell you weak shit like, oh, I want to be presentable when I go outside. Presentable to who, bitch? You got me. And I'm telling you, you good. Yeah. So who you presentable to? See, we ask them questions like that, they'll start saying, I'm doing that for myself. What part of yourself invented fashion? What part of yourself 3 years ago decided you need to paste this fucking helmet ass hair down on your forehead? Oh, you mean you was Instagram bitches? That's what you mean, evidently, because whenever the trend changes on social media, so do you bitches, including your language. Right? But I'm supposed to want to stay with you. Yeah. I'm supposed to want to be with an insecure bitch all the time.
Now, I want to maintain the same topic, but you think that stems back to what I was just saying, the no man in the house rule? Or that correlates?
Correlation and causation is two different things. Okay. You correlate anything.
Yeah.
You correlate me and you doing this video right now. Because I came here to visit because I wanted to see you.
Fact.
The fact that y'all was shooting the video made it a plus. So did I come here for the video? Fuck no.
Nah, fuck no.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Genuine. Correlation and causation are two different things.
Yeah.
Causation is the black man. The war has always been on the black man. The difference between the war on a black man, the war on the Jewish man, the Jewish war, every other fucking war, there was nobody else's woman that was in on the war with the enemy. You understand? Okay, so in Vietnam, when there was a war, let's just say a physical hot war that we can all get behind, we can see it, we can visualize it, right? Yeah. There's movies on it, books on it. None of them Vietnamese women was like, yo, y'all even go fight this war, we not with y'all. We said, yo, if y'all even go fight for us, we're not fucking with y'all. That's what it was. Yeah. See, women been fooled by this media into believing that there was ever a war on a black woman. It never was.
Hell no.
Never. Even during Jim Crow, you were used as casualties in the war. Like, we can't find no men, we going after the women.
Right.
But the moment that the war was on us, what'd you do? Well, let's think about what they gave y'all for your part in the war. Because we already know the government don't give you free nothing. So why y'all got free nursing programs? Free programs to teach black women coding. Free programs to teach black women banking. Free programs to teach black women anything you want. You go to school for anything you want. You get any fucking thing you want. Which one of you ego-driven motherfuckers, that love to share? Black women is the most degreed people in. We'll get to that too. But which one of y'all has ever said to yourself, "Why ain't it nothing for the black man? He's the one in jail." Black men literally go to jail for everybody's crimes in the country. No one else house they. When you say, "Oh, they let people go," they don't have to let you go. Understand that it's a business. So since all the beds is full, they don't need to keep you motherfuckers. All the beds is full with us though. Okay, that's number one. So when they do shit like legalize weed, other penalties get harder. But I always tell y'all motherfuckers, they don't give you nothing. You're so happy that somebody gave you something. And again, our women love to shout anything somebody do for them. My boss gave me a 50-cent raise. $20? So you gonna make sure you hit the dress code, show up every day on time, and everything. $20 extra. I give you $20. I give you $20 that whenever I want to fucking you home, I should be able to do that. Because what I'm asking you for is only 20 minutes. Right? Dang. So here, let me tell you. Since $20 motivates you, but in a world full of prostitutes, money is the motivator. But in a world full of poor people who don't know what money look like, your bitch could be motivated by $20. You know what I'm saying? And then she think that job deserves more attention, love, whatever, more effort than what y'all have. And then she wants you to accept that, no, I'm just like that at work because I gotta make sure I pay these bills. But how can you as a man not see this is a problem of value? She values one over the other. I value my job over this family. See, I can't go without my job. I can't go without being able to pay my bills. People see something about this. People say something about that. Right. I can go without a whole family though, because all I gotta say is this nigga cheated on me or hit me, and that's like a scapegoat for bitches. No one asks anything past that. No one says to yourself, "Oh, y'all been together 12 years, 14 years. Why you just now cheating?" Why? Well, because that bitch ain't got nobody. I ain't asking you no questions, bitch. I want you to stay single. You could be my pseudo girlfriend now because my son about to move out. He been my man for the last 18 years. I'm not about to have nobody. So yeah, bitch, go along with that. Even though I've been to each one of y'all cookouts, I secretly envied you for years because I seen the way that nigga loved you. Dang. But it ain't her fault. It's your bitch fault for keeping this type of bitches around. Right. You go through my contacts right now, I got about 15 people in. Love this nigga to death came to see him. I don't even have his number in there. Because every couple of years, you got to do inventory. Who the fuck around you?
That's a fact.
Who around you?
You need that reflection.
Wipe that motherfucking contacts clean and build that bitch back up by people that call you stupid. You walking around here, I look at life like your contacts. People walking around here with 100 contacts, 200, 300 contacts, and it drives the ego, make you feel like people care. Go through half them shit, them numbers ain't even good no more. Half them shit, them people answer the phone, don't even know who you is, you wasn't saved in the fucking joint. See what I'm saying? Your contact list tell you a lot.
I found it wild even a few years ago hearing stories about people really harming themselves or to the extent of, committing suicide because they were unfriended by people or,
I'm sorry.
And that's another thing we definitely take serious, suicide. We definitely against that,
I'm sorry.
Nah.
Okay. Well, you gotta figure we in a time now where everybody.
This is real shit, real topic.
Everybody's saying.
Is that a real topic though?
Everybody's saying demon time though. The motherfuckers don't even know what the fuck they talking about. I think that's a real thing. I think that's an energy that's cultivated. Everybody's on demon time. Everybody is savage.
How far y'all want to go?
Man,
you want to talk about demon time?
Go on demon time.
Talk about demon time.
We everywhere.
Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun, school. And when I'm saying niggas, like. Please understand, it's just my attitude. I don't feel like I'm better than people.
It's a generalization.
I just talk very confidently because I've literally been studying this shit for years. But for some reason, people just want to hear it in the last 6. So I'm like the words be over.
When you forget more shit than niggas fucking learn.
But demon time. Funny story. A couple years ago, I sent a text message. I had like Metro, some weird ass shit, and it glitched for a day. So all my emails and stuff when I was going through it would come up. Code, like, it don't come up the way it usually comes up. It comes up like the actual code, like
01101.
Yeah, and it looked like the script is funny, it's written on and everything. But I noticed something that all my all my emails were written on something, which at the time I thought was called Damon, but it's spelled Daemon. And I looked this up. And this is the original way you spell the word demon, right? So every time you send an email or a text message on your phone, you send it on a demon script. Okay. So one of the things God warned you about was conjuring demons and sending messages and things of that nature through demons. Right? And I'm going to tell y'all this now, and I'm gonna guarantee you that everybody that watch this shit is just going to be amazed, and you will not put that fucking phone down. But you'll go out and tell people that shit. Hey, you know what? This shit written on demons. That's our problem. We learn something, and we just want to amaze people with it.
Right.
But you're not amazed at what the fuck the creator of it is actually doing. Why after I tell you that, and you find out for yourself what this is, you're gonna be like, holy shit, that dingo was right. Let me tell my girlfriend. Let me text my peoples and tell them about this. And I'm not saying that to like make fun of nobody. I'm sitting here with 2 phones, people. But I'm saying that to say that at some point you got to look at causation in your fucking life. Right. And stop running. Stop running and start confronting. I was literally with someone, and I won't say no names because that'd be rude. But I was with somebody, and the person was telling me that after a certain amount of time sitting by themselves, their thoughts get dark. And they start thinking about shit that happened to them in the past, arguments, fights, shit like that might have happened, whatever. And I said, okay. And it was a woman, and she said, yeah, and that's why I be on my phone so much. Like, sometimes it's just my way of, like, getting away from that shit. I said, you know what you literally are describing as, like, a textbook case for escapism. Mm-hmm. Your thoughts get dark. You're supposed to that's when you put the phone down. Right. Confront the thought. Right?
Face your demon.
Face your demon. Trick your demon. Your demon is you.
Yep.
Everything is you. Your thoughts get dark because you dark. You don't have a way to answer it because you have not grown to a point where you have an answer yet. Right. But you haven't grown because every time that thought comes up, you wouldn't know that from my children. Because you can either grow from your shit or you can sustain that shit and just get caught up in it. I don't want to hear nothing about no family curses that's personality based. You talking about a generational curse. I'm going to break the generational curse. We dished it with each other. That's not a generational curse. That's somebody choosing to do that. I always tell motherfuckers, you ain't got to argue with somebody. That's a 2-way thing. It takes 2 people to do that shit. Right. You can argue with me. I can put you on block. But if I'm the type of person that like drama, I'm not going to put you on block. Because I want to see that shit. See, psychologically, I'm not doing this consciously. But unconsciously, I'm setting myself up for more fights by not blocking you. See, what you'll find is people literally set their life up for comfort. And if all you've been doing is fighting all your life, beefing with your family, beefing with your friends, beefing with your boyfriends, guess what? You're going to set up a life that gets that all the time. Right. Whether you want it or not. And if you meet somebody who's the opposite of that, it'll be boring to you very fast. So here's what happens. Women get good niggas all the time. But stability is very boring to a person that's unstable. It's very off-putting. Right? So after the date phase, where y'all going out all the time, and again, this is some movie shit, because you're only supposed to date each other till you find out I'm not a psycho, and you come to the crib. Because why am I spending all this money if we get to know each other? Because if we do like each other, we're going to need this money later. So, right. But whatever. Let's just say that we go along with the regular shit, right? I'm saying to you, the average woman, because of media and because most men is raised by women, these mothers ain't even telling their sons the truth about these women. They're not telling them, yo, we lie all the time. Yo, you can't trust what we say, because sometimes our feelings lead us to believe that something happened and didn't happen. Right. And I'm talking about this literally, like anybody can tell you they got long-term depressive symptoms. It literally changes how you see and hear things. You be offended by shit that had no offense behind it. Because you what's the word I'm looking for? You hypersensitive. You can't take any type of accountability or criticism. Because to you, it's a shot directly to your character. It's really just because you don't have character, you just have ego, and ego takes everything as a direct shot. See, when you're running off 100% ego, most people don't understand this. You have an identity and you have an ego. And these are very real things. Your identity is the thing that you actually are, though. But if you couldn't be that from the time you was a kid, that thing don't exist. The only thing you have is the thing that you want people to think you are.
That's why they say egomaniac.
Well, that's what an egomaniac is. Someone who can't be told anything. My ego is perfect. Yeah. My ego is who I want people to think I am.
Your ego protects you, in a sense, because if a bee's about to sting you, you moving and you swatting like, yeah, motherfuckers might be cool and like, oh, I ain't gonna move, but your ego's like, nah, nigga, I'm not trying to get stung. You know what I mean? A fly got an ego. A fly moves because you swat that motherfucker. Like, everything has an ego. So it's there to protect you. But your ego would tell you shit like, nah, man, the fuck, you don't need to go to the gym. You don't gotta eat healthy, nigga. Like, fuck all that shit, man. So your ego is like, could be your best friend and your worst enemy, in my opinion.
My ego is both. But my ego is both because I try to be balanced. Right? Mm-hmm. Now, here's something ain't nobody gonna want to hear, but you know, hopefully somebody hear this shit and you can literally just take this one little thing that I say and let that shit change your life the way it did mine. If you believe in supreme balance, you can't have a bunch of stories where you ain't the villain. Especially if you got a bunch of stories where you the good guy. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all some shit. When I was 19, I fucked my best friend's girlfriend. I don't regret too much shit in this world except that. And I'm tell you why. It's the way I felt. It's the first time I realized the difference between my spirit and the shell I wear.
Meat suit.
Right? Yeah, the meat suit. Because to the public, I was acting hard. Fuck that nigga. But when that nigga called me crying, mind you, this was the first friend when I moved to town that I got, like, maybe kindergarten, first grade. And the shit that caused it, I can't even say shit that caused it because I literally just did this shit. I just used something else as an excuse. But the shit that caused it was so minuscule as to the bigger picture. But at the time, my ego was on 1,000. You couldn't tell me shit. So all I needed was that one reason or two reasons to justify what I did. But his girl wanting to fuck me was something that was ramping up over months. I seen it coming before there was an issue. Yeah. So the truth of the matter is that's not why I did it.
Yeah, you can always.
It's easy for me to use that as a justification and tell you, so you'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, well, yeah. Nah. At the end of the day, that's a character thing. Because for when I seen that shit, I said something to him. In my mind, that was enough. That was enough because I already made up my mind. I want to fuck her too. Yeah. Right? But see, you got to get to a point where you can admit that about yourself. That's who I am. And guess what? You're going to do one or two things. I don't want to be that. Or I'm going to go full-fledged. I'm going to start fucking everybody. Kick your girl away from me. So what you going to do? Because only one of the two going to happen. You're going to want to get rid of that feeling that I felt when he asked me and I had to tell him, yeah. You're not going to want that feeling. Or you're going to keep doing it. You're going to be comfortable with it. It works like that with everything in life. So you don't want to be something? Don't be it. Don't be ashamed of it. Right. You can't. There ain't no part of my past can somebody come out here right now and say in front of this camera that I would, oh, shit. Damn, this nigga just expose me, nigga. Yeah. Expose me. If you don't know the truth about me, it's just because I don't know you well enough.
That's right.
But there's nobody that I fuck with, and I'm not even talking about like I gotta really fuck like you and you. I'm saying, nigga, if I fuck with you past like you know my name and shit, if you ask me something, I usually don't have a problem telling you because anything that's in my life that's over with is already over with, my nigga, and I'm not coming back here.
You always tell the truth.
I don't remember another life if I was here. So as far as I'm concerned, pretty sure this is all our first time. You mean to tell me all you niggas got the roadmap? Oh, all right. Okay. That's cool. See, that's the thing that helped me with raising my kids. They ain't act perfect. I had to let them niggas know early, nigga, you know daddy. But there's Dorian on the other side of that shit. I'm a man trying to figure this shit out and fucking shit. You think I'm fucking up with you? Nigga, I fuck up at my jobs. I fuck up with my women. I fuck up with everything. I'm still trying to get a good relationship with my mom, but my kid was born in my 20s. I still haven't worked out shit with my mom yet. See, we ain't honest about shit. So understand this when you're looking for love in a community that just got done Jim Crow a generation and a half ago. Understand when you're looking for a girlfriend in a community where crack literally just stopped being the number one thing we talk about a few years ago. And we was hit the hardest by it. We act like none of this shit matter when you meet somebody. We act like none of this shit matter that they parents was fiends and yours wasn't. See, if you read any fucking psychology book in the world, it'll tell you real quick, you can end all your problems right now and only date somebody who grew up with the same fucking background as you. Because you don't want to hear that. Because you don't watch Disney tell you can find anybody and you can love them enough. And they just going, nah, bruh. That ain't how it works. That ain't how anything in life works. You can't love nothing enough that it's just going to work for you. Yeah. Right? That's what happens when you watch shit like Mighty Ducks and all that, where the motherfucking kids that don't practice and can't get it right somehow winning it in. Right. That ain't real. Right. Ain't real. In real life, motherfuckers got to do the work. It's the team you was rooting against in that movie that should have won. It's a program. The motherfuckers who actually do the fucking work. So I'm not going to sit here and act like my phone Google work different from yours. If I know a bunch of therapy shit, it's probably because I do a bunch of work on myself. So I'm not going to sit here with a bitch that refused to do it. You my same age, you went through all the same shit I went through. You refuse to do it, and I'm supposed to sit here and pick up the slack for the fact that me and you can't joke with each other in front of people if you think somebody playing you out because you crazy. So I'm supposed to act like I'm supposed to tiptoe around all the shit that sets you the fuck off. See, my thing, like you said earlier, like you learn from your mistakes. Like you fucked your nigga's girl and you knew it was wrong. Never did it again. Motherfuckers know, like I think niggas know better, and it really bothers me. And that's why I don't fuck with a lot of people. Not only did I not fuck a nigga and a girl, anytime I got a vibe, because I be talking and bitches be like, they like talkative men. Yeah, anytime I get a vibe, that a bitch is feeling me a little too much. But nigga, I ain't coming back around. Yeah, just because it's like you got a morality compass and you got a discipline, and it's like that shit means something. And we in a world where everybody act like that shit don't. Like, there's stains on your soul that you can't make it a stallion. You feel me? Yeah. Oh shit. Megan Thee Stallion. See, that's a prime example of what this world is. Right? Cardi B. No. You talk all real shit. Megan Thee Stallion girlfriend shot her. Point blank period. Like, I seen the court transcripts. No. I seen the actual fucking court transcripts, which everybody can see, by the way. There's no conspiracy shit. Because just use your Google to actually help you with something. Cardi B covers her kids' ears up when her music comes on. Like, this shit is I don't even believe that shit. Them fucking kids probably don't exist. I don't care. Listen, when it comes to celebrities, like, I really don't. Fucking clone. But I'm saying to you, on some real live shit, like, I remember looking at that shit like, damn, that's crazy. How can you sway a group of people that just heard this? They just heard what I heard. See, this is what happens when you don't have morals. You going against motherfuckers that do got them. That woman fucked every one of her friends' niggas. Yeah, because she felt like I'm the popping one. So every time she would meet another celebrity, and you can't tell me that this girl loved every celebrity this other girl liked. No, that's not how it works. That's what ego do. Ego say that bitch shouldn't get that nigga ain't holler at you. Get that nigga attention. You gotta be better than her. Most of the women that's gonna watch this video got a bitch sitting around you just like that, and you know she just like that, and you're a fucking coward. Cause you don't want to cut ties, cause y'all been friends forever. And she been doing this shit to you forever. So then you just don't bring your nigga around her and everything else. But then you want to give your nigga shit about everything he do around the crib. You know how you look to a nigga? You look like a fucking goofball. You look like a fucking goofball when that nigga watch your sister or your cousin or the person you supposed to be close with that you really just got inferiority complex about. He watch you get real self-conscious whenever she come over. You start cleaning up the crib and all that shit. What do you look like to him? Meanwhile, y'all was just sitting in a dirty crib and it was you and him. What that mean? That mean your best effort go to everybody outside of your man. But y'all don't see that. You so insecure, it don't allow you to. But the insecurity blinds you, but your insecurity blinds you because you're not this person that you so caught up with. Right. You're actually a spirit. You fucking forgot about it, and that shit is the reminder. Every time. If you knew yourself, you would know who you want around you. Every time. And you would know that you ain't no different from her. Right. The fact that you actually insecure probably means you a little bit better. Cause she not worrying about that shit when she come over here. And she know you got the inferiority complex. That's why she come over here. Cause she feel comfortable being around you because you're not a threat to her. See? And she consciously knows this. She come to you when she can't chill with nobody else. So you're already a better person than her because you open the door. But you so insecure, you worrying about some surface shit. What women do when they get upset? Cut my hair, go to the mall, I'm gonna get fucked by a new nigga, I'm gonna go get drunk at the bar with the girls. You doing a bunch of outside shit all the time when your inside is infected. Hell yeah. Bunch of outside shit to make your inside feel better. How the fuck do that work? It only works if you don't have any touch whatsoever with reality.
So within,
if you are on Instagram every day, Instagram be telling bitches self-care, going to the fucking spot. Okay. Listen, because just one book. Don't read no book by Shabaka Unshay, or none of that shit, right? Don't just read one fucking psychology book and tell me anything that you see on Instagram makes sense. Here's something. Here's a little tidbit for all you bitches that's fucking with niggas on the Instagram and niggas that's fucking with these bitches, right? They actually did a report and said when you looking at Instagram, you are looking at 13% of somebody's authentic self. So you motherfuckers out in La La Land is leaving good relationships for 13%, starting off. Okay. Ask yourself the last time you seen a picture of somebody getting thrown out their fucking crib in the movers. Did anybody grab a picture of that?
They don't show that.
Anybody grab a picture? No. So if let's just start with that as a bar. If you're looking at this every day, you're looking at somebody's highlight reel every day. You think this is what their life is like every day, right? You don't know that bitch is taking pictures in that fucking car because her and her husband don't talk. She don't want him to see her posting shit. And not on no cheating shit. People just be miserable in their everyday fucking lives trying to make themselves something on the gram.
Come on now.
Yeah. You'll never, you see all these selfies and you not realizing like, damn, how this bitch everywhere by herself. She don't got no friends. She don't got no, they don't. These people are horrible people. And then you trading shit in. You know why? Because you a horrible motherfucker too. Everybody gonna say that. You gonna sit here and be like, well, this nigga don't deserve me. So why you texting another nigga in that home? Why don't you tell that nigga what you doing? Tell him. Since he don't deserve you, right? Because you fucking lying. And at this point, you've lied to yourself so much
that you believe
it. You be telling that shit to other people like it sound good. You know how many women, just to let all y'all, ain't nobody like me as bitches, let you know that everybody's like you. You know how many women I met that told me that the nigga they live with is just their baby dad and they just roommates.
Come on.
Oh, man.
It's so hard not to roll my eyes at this point. Again, I'm 43. I've been here for a minute. You know what I mean? It'd be so hard for me to just not roll my eyes like mid-sentence. Like, oh, okay, so that's why you're texting me all the time, too. Because it's crazy. I remember when my baby mom actually lived with me and we were roommates. I talk loud. You live with me. We're just roommates. Plus, there's not no reason for me to talk quiet. You know what I'm saying? So since we're not doing that, then, I talk and you talk. Because we were literally just roommates.
Right.
There was never a time where, oh, my baby mom in here, I got to be quiet. Nah. Only time that was happening when we was telling each other, oh, we going to work this out or something like that. And now I'm trying to be respectful. But somehow y'all think, and I'll be wanting to tell them so bad, you think you're the only one that came up with this shit? You do know you bitches all watch the same media. Y'all listen to the same content creators. Because all y'all are copycats of each other.
Blueface,
because you don't have but that's what happens when you don't have an identity. When you don't have an identity, you just become a collection of things that look cool along your life. I've literally sat with bitches who nothing they told me was real. They telling me other people's cousin stories they heard that was cool and inserting themselves. All that shit. Because because at the end of the day, people like that aren't interested.
And respectfully, niggas do the same shit.
Oh, nigga. Please understand, most of these bitches get this shit from half these low vibrational niggas. That they
brother, boyfriend, baby dad.
That they love to fuck with. Because see, understand. So you gotta look again. We gotta look again. And see, correlation, causation. Why do these women go to these niggas? All right, you want to talk some simple psychology? Let's do it. Because I'm going to help y'all out. Because I fell victim to this shit late in the game still. So I'm going to help y'all right now. Psychology is a blueprint. Nobody's exception to the rule with this. There's certain shit you be like, nah, everybody. Yeah, well, man, certain shit, yeah. Right? Okay, so why do women who have low self-esteem and daddy issues, those two things in particular, they have them together? Why do you think it's always like it's open jokes that like they are the bitches that strippers and they fuck everybody and blah 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 blah?
Why is it that?
Why do you think that trope is there? You think it's based off of nothing?
They're looking for that father figure.
No, they're not looking for a father figure. No. That's feminism. Honky talk garbage bullshit.
Honky talk.
Because girls aren't promiscuous because they're looking for a father figure. No, girls are promiscuous because I ain't have one. I'm rebelling against my father. Because every father not want for his daughter.
Not to be a porn star.
Not to be a fucking whore.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So girls, when they're young, when they have daddy issues and low self-esteem is the thing that makes you say, my body's worth more than this. I'm not letting 10 niggas pound me to. So when a woman don't have that, her body's just a tool. A tool to do anything. Get butter. I don't care. It don't matter. Because when you don't have that, when you don't value that tool, you'll do anything with it, right? Niggas that get guns all the time don't tend to clean them, do they?
Hell no.
Niggas in the hood when they shooters, they don't clean them guns. This shit gonna be gone in 6 months.
Dang.
Think about that. So, because I'm telling you, it's the psychology of everything, and it's very easy. So, when a girl hits her teenage years, the rebelliousness kicks in. Because the early years prior to puberty kicking in, that's when you're looking for a father figure. That's when it's very easy for a girl to attach to like an uncle or a stepfather or anything. That's if you're gonna have a step family, do it when they're young. Real good time for you to slip them right on in, right? But when they hit them teenage years, by then, your mother, and I don't care if your mother is trying to be supportive or if your mother just is like the worst destroyer of men out there. After a while, your daughter asking questions, one of two things is gonna happen. You either gonna exaggerate the father's strengths and turn him into Superman, or you're gonna demonize him. Okay? Right? Because you want her claim to feel valid too. So what happens is the rebellion kicks in. Now I'm not looking for love from my daddy. Fuck him. Right? So you talk to a little girl when she's young, before puberty. It'll always be, I miss my daddy. I want to see my dad. I haven't seen him. After puberty kicks in, it turns into rebelliousness.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right? It's fuck him. And when that kicks in, this is when there's a blueprint. They start trying to be grown too fast. This is smoking. This is drinking. And everybody thinks that that's what leads to giving away their pussy. No, it is literally a progression. It starts with smoking and drinking. Why? Because at the house is where you can find these things. Having sex requires going out. Right? Or until unless you got a real loose home and you can just have motherfuckers in your crib.
I was about to say,
but usually
it was some bitches eating ass in like
you start
in the 7th grade. And
but you start with things that's close to home and accessible. Right? That's just like you ask yourself, why do most women like pills? Why does this generation love pills? This whole generation that's going on right now. It's because like heroin. That's what's in people's medicine cabinets.
That's what we saw.
That's what you've seen.
And I always say, children don't do what they're told. Absolutely. They do what they see.
That's
and we know because we were children. Once again, you got 43 sitting here, 32, 33.
I look at it like, I tell my kids this shit, man. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care. It's going to be a bunch of bitches. Ain't had no daddy. It's going to be in your comment section. I don't give a fuck because you bitches gonna be lonely and probably die at dementia, so I don't care. You got plenty of secrets. Secrets and lies inside your fucking soul do not end well for you.
Die with your fucking cats in the apartment.
I don't really care about your opinion. But if you are listening, know that I really do say this shit out of love and I make jokes out of it so that it's easier to listen to. But the truth of the matter is that therapy's there for a reason. Most people don't understand that therapy takes a long time, not because you're a therapist. People are like, I don't like my therapist. That's crazy. So, therapy could be over 2-3 sessions in. Because a good seasoned therapist has heard a lot. But most of your shit boils down to about 6 things. So, when they hear it, they could probably tell you what to do to fix yourself immediately. But because that's so foreign to your dysfunctional ass, like, oh, you got weight issues. Who gave them to you? Well, my moms did this and my cousins did that. Okay, well, you probably got to step away from your family for a year or 2 while you're doing this work. Oh, I'm finding somebody else. You think your abuser is your support system. That's what happens when you fucked up. You can't have it. The therapist got to be real slow about it.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel?
Like
spoon feed.
The neuro-linguistic
programming do.
Because that's what they're doing. They're deprogramming your fucked up ass ways and then making you feel like you came up with this shit, but they could have told you your 3rd session in. So when you're going to therapy 7 years later, know that was you. You was holding. This therapist wasn't bad. You were holding on to the shit. You were coming there still lying to the therapist year 3.
Right.
Because that's who you are. Because that's who you've been. But you're only that because, as my grandfather would say, you ain't tired of living that way. Because when you truly get tired, you'll do any fucking thing to stop that shit. I had a son that went through some shit. It took me a year and a half. And I'm talking about, it was fucking nights. When I told him, I'm saying a year and a half from when we got serious. We ain't just talking no more father and son. Like, look, man, anytime you get upset, come talk to me. We'll set some side aside, move on. It was days when that shit first started, where it would be 2, possibly 3 hours out my fucking day. 1 o'clock, he come downstairs crying. What'd you think about? it take me 20, 30 minutes for this nigga to be able to set the mood for when his thoughts got to that. It's a process to this.
Yeah.
And you have to really give a fuck.
Especially when you ashamed of something.
And that's what it was. He was dealing with an issue, dealing with shame, which was crazy because it wasn't even an issue. It was crazy. But
in your mind, you can create these false realities in your head. Like you be thinking in your head like that. People think this certain way about you, or they feel some way about you. You be having fake fights in your head with people and shit. Your mind is a crazy thing, and people don't understand. Like,
it's a jungle.
The magnetism. You know what I'm saying?
It's a jungle,
and
but you can make it a peaceful ecosystem. It's
you can if you try. But the answer ain't social media or fucking TV. Well, the answer ain't fucking.
I'm gonna say
food or liquor.
I would say this again. When it comes to my sons. Right, that's where we was at. We have a checklist. You want a girlfriend? Cool. But there's certain things that she has to have to qualify to be your girlfriend. Now, that's not on me. This ain't a thing that's personal. Right? I don't know her.
You was the first person
I heard
talk about stock, like when she said her manners. Like, that shit means something.
We have to have...
Like, that shit means
the shit gotta be checked off.
God damn.
Right? So here's the thing. Me and y'all mom separated when y'all was 9 years old. So you had your formative years growing up with two people in the household. Watching us struggle, watching us get bills paid, watching the good times, watching card nights and barbecues. And so you've seen that. Right? So y'all have a value. Even though the majority of your older lives, we wasn't together. Like, Goonie's about to be 18. Half his life now, me and his mom ain't been together. But he values a relationship because he saw that in his fundamental years. Right? Now, his girlfriend, both of her parents are still together to this day. Right? So she understands that we get into fights. Mom and dad don't leave and go outside this motherfucker.
Right. Y'all figure that shit out.
They figure that shit out. My dad and this motherfucker every night at a good time. Exactly. My mom in here every night at a good time. And there's times where I see them not even talking to each other for days on end, but they don't leave. See, if a woman didn't grow up with that, how many fights you think you got before she started looking somewhere else?
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. If a woman didn't grow up, and this isn't a thing where I'm coming at your personality for what you chose for yourself. This is literally how our psyches are created. If you did not see your mother and father together, you don't know what the threshold is for how much shit you're going to allow in your relationship.
Right.
This woman can have two fights, and now she's already emotionally moved on because she don't want to be hurt and you don't know that shit because you came from a 2-parent household. You don't think like that. You are built to forgive and keep going, but she's not. And what ends up happening is y'all end up enemies because y'all really didn't look at the things you should have looked at in the beginning. Right. You've seen that both her parents is alcoholics. She's constantly complaining to you about this shit. You don't have that. Sometimes that causes resentment. You don't realize this. But sometimes people don't grow from their problems. They become resentful of people who are in better positions than them or have the things that they want in life. How many times do you think children look at other children and be like, yo, I wish I was them over something small like, bitch, they got more video games than the other one. Right. So imagine if you emotionally never got past that as a child. There are grown women that are walking around 12 years old on the inside. 17 years old on the inside. And you don't know it because you are looking, everybody does this psychologically. We tend to look at people we care about from the same context as ourselves. So if I'm a thief and I come around you, you're not going to be expecting shit. I might be able to steal shit 2 or 3 times out your house before you be like, yo, this nigga, he's not Superman. This nigga, Clark Kent ain't never around. Whenever this nigga around, some shit comes up, whatever.
Every time this guy
But the first couple times you've seen it, your conscious mind rationalized that shit because you cared about the person. Like, nah, that wasn't him. I probably just already spent. I probably ordered some food or something I didn't think about. It take a couple times for that to happen. Right?
I can't.
But the reason why that happens is because you tend to think of people in the same context as yourself.
Try to see the best in people.
If somebody is around you that's completely different, that's a red flag up. Now, if a dope fiend walking the crib, or 13 hours come up missing, your rational mind ain't gonna tell you nah. Right? But this is why people don't show you who they are. People don't show you who they are. Nobody. You walk up to a woman that finds you attractive. She's not going to tell you, my last 7 niggas left me. because I'm horrible at being an adult. I am completely, oh yeah, you meet me at the bar, I can talk some shit. Talk enough shit for you to want to get my number. But after you have my number, if we don't start fucking immediately, you're probably not going to keep calling me. I'm an airhead. Because that's what happens to people that don't have real identities. You lean 100% on your ego. You don't really learn things like that. You can't really hold your own in conversation unless it's some shallow shit.
You can only steal but so much from somebody else.
Because you don't have a real interest in these things. So what happens is, like I said, you're just a collection of other memories and things you thought was cool along the way.
Yeah, that's right.
So you'll hear people talking. You'll hear them slipping in different accents at times.
Come on.
You'll hear these motherfuckers
start. A lot of that.
You'll be around a motherfucker all the time, and all of a sudden they start using new slang words and shit.
Yo. A lot of motherfuckers from Jersey from New York.
Fact. Or Philly. Yeah,
Harlem.
Like,
nigga, where you get the W from in Harlem, nigga? But that's what I mean, like, they from Harlem. You grow up, like, you can't mispronounce words, bro, and we next door neighbors all our lives. You can't. How you have time to be from New York, my nigga?
Like, so I've never seen you leave.
So you gotta understand that the people that's like this is fucked up. But if you watching this shit and you not one of these people, you're really in a bad position. Because you've probably already attached yourself to some of these motherfuckers already. And now you watching it. And the shit you was thinking in your head just got confirmed. And you like, goddamn, what the fuck now? Because it's easy to say. It's easy to say if you're a person with a good spirit, it's easy to say, yo, I cut a motherfucker off. But for people like us, it's not easy when we attach to people. That's right. Because it's a true bond. When you're being honest with somebody, that's how bonds are created and sustained. Right. By you being your honest self, and whoever you're being honest with is telling you, like, yeah, that's cool still. I still fuck with you. Right. Like, yeah, you've been through that. I'm going to help you through that and all that, and you still good enough. Yeah. Right? What happens when you lying and embellishing a bunch of shit all the time? I'm telling you the truth. But all the shit you telling me is some shit that you want me to think about you, or that you think is cool that you want me to know. You sculpt in the way I know you. I can't really truly bond to you. Right? Right? Well, I can bond to you, but you can't really bond to me because you're not being your authentic self. So what happens when I figure out that this ain't who you are? It's easy for me to walk away from you. Women don't understand it. But that's because you live a life of shame. Your outlook is everything, right? So I've been in situations before where, when I used to hustle, take this for instance, when I used to hustle, my plug was real cool with me. So I would go in and I would get light ass amounts of work. There would be days where shit be popping. I'd be going to this nigga like 7-8 times a day. This nigga like, bro, stop calling me. Like, here, just let me throw you an extra 20. And I'm like, nah, nigga, because I'm so paranoid when this shit around. But like, every nigga I ever fucked with always fuck, like, my name good and for shit like that. So nobody ever like denied me. But niggas did used to get annoyed. But these niggas kept going to jail, and like, y'all don't understand, like, this shit keep me clean. Like, y'all literally laugh. You come home and be the plug again. Laughing like, nigga, you still grabbing this little shit? Yeah, nigga, welcome home. When you said the words to me. Because, yo, no matter, and that's something we gotta get through our heads. People do shit wrong, and they're not doing it because they consciously think they're doing it wrong. So know that when you're not just gonna tell somebody something and they're gonna get it right. That's why you just gotta leave people alone. It's really hard though when you build relationships with these people.
Especially when you're doing it for 30, 40,
It could be your woman. It could be your woman. She got kids with you. For a person with a good spirit, it's hard to just like, yo, I gotta get the fuck
out of here.
That's what needs to be done though.
That's what needs to be done.
A lot of times, believe it or not, if they don't have like something wrong with their gray matter or something, most times that's why the person is still the way they are. There hasn't been a direct consequence of their action that they've had to sit with and not be able to justify. See, women run relationships into the ground, so by the time, most time a nigga leave, he done cheated or he done stepped out. Because he's not being loved on by his woman. See, men need the actual affection. See, women try to make you feel bad for that shit. Oh, you emotional? No, bitch, what are you here for? You're supposed to rub my head, rub my back, all that. Right. But after so much of that is missing, right? Then he gonna end up going somewhere else. But that's all she has to do inside her broken little mind to tell her she ain't do nothing wrong. That's why women love when you break up with them. See if they don't play detective. You be like, why is this bitch putting so much in now? She putting in so much now to save face. Saving face was worth more than saving a relationship. That's how you know you with a person that's ego driven. This bitch gonna go to the end of the earth to prove you did her wrong some kind of way. But you ain't gonna put in that kind of energy to make sure that I know I do you right. Make sure I know I'm attracted to you. Make sure I know that I'm wanted there, needed there, all of that shit. Nah, you try to turn me into some pseudo homie nigga. Like,
my nigga, I did 10 years in my last relationship. Almost 10 years. 9 and some change. And nothing I did existed. It didn't occur.
Nah.
It didn't happen.
No. They be right. You know how you know
it didn't happen.
They be writing the text messages like they plan on showing them to somebody. Bitches be putting lies in this shit blatant. Like, bitch, are you talking to me? You know you sent it to me,
I know you.
I pay for everything in this house. You saying shit like, yeah, I'll be paying all the bills. Shit like, what? Here? Or you got another crib on the other side of the house? I don't know.
It's crazy.
My ex.
Are you watching my TV?
My ex hit me after we separated, probably 8 months to a year after we separated. Middle of work. Like, yo, I'm just calling. Did you fuck any bitches in my car while we were together? I'm just trying to find closure.
I'm trying to find closure.
I'm trying to get closure. But
opening up old wounds.
But no. But listen, I knew.
Yeah.
If I said anything, if I made up anything, if I admitted to anything, she was gonna tear my ass up with all the shit she did. I knew it. It's a year, my nigga. Like,
he said a year, my nigga.
I'd have been like, yeah, I did.
You know why? Because here's the thing.
She gonna be like, oh, I fucked him. I did this.
She ain't. That was a soul cry. That was a soul cry. Listen,
I said,
this is what I mean about when I made that joke about I know bitches like you are just gonna die with dementia anyway by yourself. The reason why I said that was because literally, if y'all don't know this, psyche is another word for the word soul. See, understand, science knows.
Etymology.
They understand exactly what's going on here. You think it's a quirky little thing. No, you literally are dealing with something right now. There's no difference in the symptoms between long-term depression and spirit possession. When you watch the movies, they show you the motherfuckers stop eating. They start sleeping all crazy. Motherfuckers be cold when it's hot. Everything you go through. But you want to sit here and keep telling yourself, oh, it's this person. Oh, it's that person. Oh, it's this person. Nigga, that ain't how anything works. Everything is about you. The way you feel is literally about you. You hear the words that I said. The way you feel is about you. But you can't keep saying whenever somebody come to you about you, oh, it's them. It's someone else. It's you. It's the baby. It's them. It's my mama. It's them. Because that ain't how it works. That's why I love when bitches start talking that, these spiritual bitches. Start talking about the universe. Oh, well, yeah. Well, I had a dream one night, and it told me about them. You just said told me about 40 visions. Ain't none of them been about you. That ain't how
everybody else.
And here I am being an asshole, praying and meditating all these years, and all I get is shit about me. What am I doing wrong?
What am I doing wrong?
Y'all got unlimited data on your prayers. You could find out about other people, because that ain't how I found out. That ain't how I see God working. That
nigga paying right now. You hear me?
It's FaceTime before the apocalypse.
Look, bro. That's why I don't be wanting to hear shit from niggas. No more about the down parts. Motherfucker, it's easy for you to get up. But what it takes for you to get up, you don't want to do it. And it don't involve no real estate seminars. Don't involve no fucking YouTubers telling you gonna make $1 million and they made 10,000 themselves.
Can we save some of this content?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Nah, love.
Nigga said, nah. What you doing? You giving away this shit?
Wait till you press play. Record, nigga.
Are we on?
Oh, all right.
Welcome to another edition of Real Talk Real. I'm your host, Knowledge, and I'm falling out my chair.
All right, dude, you should do that again.
Can I roll this?
Yeah, nah. You listen. It's everything real.
Okay.
Everything real. Welcome to another edition of Real Talk Real. I'm your host, Knowledge. Today we got 2 special guests. We got 2 for y'all. My brother from a motherfucking another, Can, the God, the Ghost. Oh, let's do that. Because I tapped him and made him drop his drink.
Nah, that shit went all over my face a little bit.
All over my face a little bit.
Money shot, nigga.